Anthony Hartwig here with a McDonald volleyball player profile. I'm joined by Megan Klockner, the senior center of McDonald. Megan, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You had yourself a big night at Jackson Milton the night ago, getting your 1,000th career assist. First question, what'd that feel like to be able to do that so early in the season and accomplish what I am sure was a very big goal for you?
Yeah, it was a really nice thing. It was great to have my teammates with me and my family there as well. So it was a really nice time.
When you look at the accomplishment of that and you look at everyone that has had a part of it, how reflective were you able to get last night on just everything that you've gone through to get to that 1,000 assists?
I mean, obviously the first thing I thought of was my family who's supported me all my time playing volleyball. Also my coaches, my dad and Coach Tim specifically, who have really helped me. Also my other club coaches and our club director, who have always been supportive and have taught me so much that I've learned.
This is your final season at McDonald. You're a senior, so what's it been like to go through senior year and all the last things you're going to do as a volleyball player as a Blue Devil?
It's been very good, but also kind of sad. I love playing on our team. I love my teammates, so it's been exciting, but also, I'm gonna really miss it.
Last year, you went through so much adversity. You had to miss a big chunk of the season. And what was it like to go through all that, come out the other side, and to be able to lace it back up this year and be back with your teammates?
Obviously, I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to be playing again, and I love playing with my teammates, like I said. So it means a lot to me, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
For you, what was the hardest part of getting through all that adversity and making it to this point where you're back to squaring up for McDonald and back to the volleyball court?
I loved being able to still support my teammates from the sidelines. I'd say the hardest part though is probably just getting myself back ready to be able to play at a high level and getting back in the flow of the game.
Playing at a high level indeed. This is a McDonald team that has so much talent. As a senior leader, you're asked to do a lot. How have you been able to step up as a leader this year and as a captain of this team?
Last year we had two amazing seniors, Megan and Maria, who I'm also very good friends with off the court. So I've really looked up to them and I've tried to help fill their shoes. And then we also have Grace Bundy, Michaela Lewis, and Lauren Sierra, who are other seniors, and they're also very good leaders. So we try to do the best that we can and continue to fill the shoes of Megan and Maria, who left last year.
When you have a class of seniors as big as you do, where you're not alone, you're not the only one leading out there, what kind of a relief is that to know that, you don't have to be everything to this team and other leaders can lead in different ways that maybe you don't lead that way?
Yeah, it's definitely good because if one of us is having a bad game, then you know that you always have somebody else there who's going to pick you up and keep encouraging you and the rest of the team. So it definitely is nice to have other leaders on the court who are able to pick up responsibilities as well.
How would you define your leadership qualities?
I'd say I'm more of a quiet leader. I'm not very talkative. So I've been trying to be a little bit more talkative this year and be more of a verbal leader.
As a setter, you've been a leader on the court for as long as you've been in that position. Talk about the mentality of a setter and how you've built in it and how you've grown in it, and what are some of the things that you've really worked on, especially this year, to be the best setter you can be.
I've really been trying to make sure I'm always being encouraging of other players and my teammates and making sure that no matter like how the game's going, that I'm always trying to be positive and picking up, a teammate who's having a bad game or struggling. And so just trying to always be positive while I'm on the court.
There are some hitters in this roster that have stepped into even bigger roles this year, getting more swings, getting more reps. What's it been like to build a bond with them and to build a rhythm with the new faces of this McDonald team?
Yeah, we have some really good hitters that are on our roster and that are also up and coming. We've done a lot of work in the off season, getting that connection ready, and we're all very close teams, so that always helps.
Looking at your stats, I know it's early in the season, but so far, you're not just getting the assists, you're racking up the digs as well. How much pride do you take in your back row defense and being able to get balls up if teams decide to attack you with the first touch?
Yeah, I try to do as best I can back there. Miley Titus is really great libero, so she does a lot of the work in the back row. But if I do take the first ball, she's always going to put up a good second ball to one of our pin hitters.
What have been some of your favorite parts about being on this McDonald program and to, spend the 4 years that you have with them? When you graduate, what are going to be some of your favorite memories that you reflect on with this team?
It's definitely not just stuff that we do on the court, but also off the court together. We'll go to like lunch or dinner after practices, and we'll hang out on the weekends. So that's a lot of fun because we're all really close. So it's really nice to have not just the relationship on the court, but off the court as well.
With volleyball, we talk a lot about chemistry and how much of a unit you guys have to be on the court. That comes from team chemistry. What kind of things does this program do to build that team chemistry? And what are some of your favorite things that the program has done to kind of build that bond with your teammates?
We do before our practices. We have like a half hour of extra work, and during that time, we really work on a lot of hitter setter connections. So we'll run our quick sets and our back row attacks, and during that 30 minutes, we really get a lot done, and we really that helps to establish our chemistry really well.
You've put a lot into volleyball, and to do it as much as you do, you have to love it. What is it about the sport that you love so much?
I would say it's very fast. It's very fun. It's a fast-paced game, so there's not like a lot of sitting around. You're always doing something. But also the people around me. Like I love my coaches, I love my teammates, and that's what makes playing worth it.
Speaking about your coaches, I mean, we can't not ask about having your dad as the head coach and what that has meant to you, and what that's kind of like to have that dynamic as someone that you obviously trust a lot in the coaching seat next to you.
Yeah, I love having my dad as a coach. It's an opportunity that not many people get. We can come home and talk about like stuff at practices or things that we need to work on as well. And having him there, always seeing me playing and practicing, it means a lot.
I don't want to make the other coaches feel like they're not helping you out. Give the other coaches a shout out, and the staff at McDonald and what they've helped you accomplish so far in your career.
Coach Tim has been there from the beginning of my high school career. He also coached me in club, and he's taught me probably 90% of the stuff I know about setting. He's taught me so much. Also, we have a new addition, Coach Breeze, our freshman coach, and she has already been helping me with so much, with seeing the block and making, like, deciding who to set, and also on my defense. And then also my club coaches, Coach Abby Trisket, Coach Savannah Taylor, they've done so much for me as well, so I'm very grateful for them as well.
You obviously spend a lot of time in club volleyball, like you just said, and shouted out a lot of the coaches that you have in that world. What does that do for you to play volleyball at such a high level in the off season and expose yourself to such great talent, whether it be on your team or across the net from you? What's that do for you as a player?
Yeah, it's great to see, like different teams because it gives like a different perspective. You see different offenses and different defenses. And it's also like, depending on the tournaments you go to, it's a different level than high school. So it's great to have that, and it's great experience as well.
The other thing I like about that is you call out a lot of different coaches. So you've been able to be coached by a lot of different people. What's that done for you to be able to see the game of volleyball from different mindsets and pick the brains of different people that might look at things a little bit different?
Yeah, it's been amazing. I've been so blessed to have amazing coaches around me, and also from different positions who have taught me different things about playing defense or setting. And then this year, at our club, we have Coach Mike Schweitzer, who he's an all-around like amazing coach, and he knows so much about every aspect of the game, and he's also really helped as well.
When we start talking about you outside of volleyball and off the court, what are some things that you really enjoy doing if you're not playing volleyball, which I'm sure isn't too often?
Yeah, I'm usually in playing volleyball, but if I'm not, I like to go swimming in the summer and hang out with my friends, and we go down to the sand courts a lot and play too, so that's fun.
I feel like every community has that one hangout spot that a lot of the kids go to. For you and your friends and your group, what's that one spot like on a summer day? Or let's go hang out at this place.
Probably the sand courts.
Got to be the sand courts. When you think about some of your favorite post game meals, food to put in your body after a big hard fought win, what are some things that come to mind?
We actually just went to Chick-fil-A last night, and I thought that was pretty good. So I like getting Chick-fil-A or Chipotle usually.
That's post game. Now pre game, there's a lot of routines. There's warm ups. Do you have any kind of superstitions that you stick to in a pre game setting where if you don't do this before the game, you're gonna feel kind of wonky?
No, not really. I'm not really superstitious, so I don't really. I just make sure I stretch, obviously, and warm up properly.
Okay, since you're not superstitious and you don't have the routine that like you have to stick to, just take us through a typical game day and some of the things that go through your mind as games get closer, and how you get yourself in that mindset that you need to be in before the ball gets thrown up in the air.
Yeah. Well, we usually when we get to the gym, we'll watch the JV and freshman games, and during that time, we're very like relaxed and we're just like talking amongst each other, our varsity team, and then we'll stretch and warm up. So it's very like it is a routine that we usually do follow each game.
Before we let you go, we have to ask you about your future. You're graduating from McDonald this year. What kind of things do you want to see yourself doing in the next 4 years as you graduate McDonald and move on to the next chapter?
I want to go to college at Ave Maria University down in Florida, and hopefully I'll be able to play volleyball down there. But that's the school I really want to go to.
Down in Florida, being tropical, what made you want to go there? What kind of things made you have that as a destination point?
I love Florida. I love warm weather. I love the beach, and Ave Maria. It's right in the middle of nowhere in Florida. It's its own town. It's a very close knit community, both the school and the town. So it had a lot of things that made it very appealing.
Have you thought yet about majors or career paths that you want to try to follow or try to see yourself in?
I plan to major in theology.
What about theology made you want to follow that career path? I mean, is it something in your life that made you want to lean towards going and learning about theology, or is it just something that you've always been interested in?
My dad majored in theology, and he's a theology teacher. And my grandma is also she's a very religious person, and has been a very big role model in my life. So they very much influenced me to make that decision.
Keeping the family tradition alive. I like it. Megan, before we let you go, I want to give you the chance to thank all those people in your life. I know you've mentioned there's some of them already that have been by your side, have been in your corner throughout your whole career, and just give them a shout out. Whoever you want to give, the floor is yours to shout out as many people as you want to.
All right, my family first and foremost, all my friends, my teammates, my club coaches, my high school coaches, Coach Bree, my dad, Coach Tim, Coach Abby from club, Savannah, Director Dave, he's done so much for me as well, Coach Mike Schweitzer, um, and also my teachers in school who have also supported me and been great role models.
Megan, we want to thank you so much for giving us your time and letting us know about your senior year. And we wish you the best of luck. Congratulations on 1,000 career assists. That's a big milestone for you. Wish you the best of luck the rest of the year. And we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.